Hi, I've just thought I'd record this short introductory video to go alongside this film, as it's slightly different for me. So over the weekend I had the chance to go to Shuttleworth on Saturday to see the arrival of the 4 C-47-DC-3s that had flown across the Atlantic to join us here for D-Day 80. While the aircraft were on the ground, we got the opportunity to take a little look around the aeroplanes on the outside, and with the help of Payton and Kevin from the D-Day Squadron media, they did a little talk on each of the aircraft, a little bit about their history, and hopefully you'll find this interesting and informative to find a little bit about the aeroplanes before they take part in D-Day 80 next week on the 6th of June. I thought I'd record this just as a little bit of an intro to this video. Sit back and enjoy. Hopefully you like the footage we put together for you. Please let me know what you think. If this is the sort of thing you would like to see more of on the channel, let me know, and we can take, and hopefully we will get the opportunity to do more. So sit back and enjoy. See you later.
Hi, I'm Payton Steichleather. I'm one of the photographers and social media managers for the D-Day Squadron.
Hi, my name is Kevin Carter. I'm media with the D-Day Squadron.
So this here is Placid Lassie. This is a C-47 built in July of 1943.
Yeah, this plane participated in many operations during the war. It participated in Operation Overlord, D-Day. It participated in the aerial drop at Market Garden. It also participated with the resupply at Bastogne during the Battle of the Bulge. It flew many of the major combat jumps during the war, and it flew with the 34th Troop Carrier Squadron.
Yeah, so after the war it transitioned owners for a while. One of its main owners was Sabre Airline Cargo. It was based in Charlotte, North Carolina. The company then went bankrupt and it sat for a while, but it's now been fully restored by the Tunison Foundation, who is now on their second journey back across the Atlantic for a D-Day commemoration. They did the 75th anniversary in 2019, and they are now back here for the 24 Legacy Tour for the 80th anniversary of D-Day and the 75th anniversary of the Berlin Airlift. We're here with Spirit of Douglas. This is a C-53 airframe. So this airframe has a very interesting history. It's bounced owners a couple times. It flew for the U.S. Army Air Force, transitioned between the RAF, back to the U.S. Army Air Force, Air Transportation Command, Civil Air Transportation in Taiwan. After its time with Southern Airways, it flew with the Bonovia Winery before being transferred to Aerometal Corporation, where they have completely restored it as a tribute to Mr. Douglas himself, who was the owner of the Douglas Aircraft Company, who made all these amazing aircraft.
So this airframe rolled out of the Santa Monica plant, Douglas's Santa Monica plant, in 1942. It was then transferred over to the RAF. It flew resupply missions over the hump between China and India, delivering much needed supplies to the Chinese. And then after the war, it found its place as an airliner, just like many of these old warbirds.
So now this is in a VIP civilian configuration. It's got nice, very cushiony first-class airliner seats, a couch, a little mini bar, as well as brand new avionics. So, as well as a heated cabin, which, must I say, is a very big perk of flying over the Atlantic.
Okay, so this is Western Airlines, the DC-3. It was built in April of 1941 and then operated under Western Airlines for military contracts during the war after the attack on Pearl Harbor. It never left the States during the war. Then it went on to fly some local, and it went to international owners, and it never made the crossing with the military.
Even though this plane never made the crossing with the military during D-Day or anything like that, they are back here today to pay tribute to those who did in their DC-3 that is now owned by the Vintage Flying Museum in Ocala, Florida. This is That's All Brothers C-47, owned by the Commemorative Air Force Central Texas Wing in the United States.
This aircraft was delivered in March of 1944. 3 months later, it found itself leading the airborne invasion of Normandy. It led over 800 C-47s. It dropped over 13,000 paratroopers behind enemy lines. It is one of the most historically significant airframes flying today. It had a very, very well-known military history.
This aircraft is actually making its second crossing. In 2019, it made the crossing for the 75th anniversary of D-Day, shortly after it had just been restored by the Commemorative Air Force. This restoration was a huge undertaking, and one thing we always like to point out is how significant the war stripes are. They were actually painted on with mops like they were done in the war to make it one of the most accurate airframes flying today.
Oh man, I tried my best.
They'll bring them in on the stretcher, and they certainly have a mess hall set up, so they serve food there. They do a lot for international parties. Yeah. They do a lot.
Thanks, mate. Cheers, buddy.